Hi there, Chris again at the kitchen table. And I wanted to talk to you today about how to design or how to develop a learning outcome. This is part of the OBE people's task that you have to do. So let's get started. Advanced facilitation is the course. Let's just make this up. We'll say that it's a course, advanced facilitation. And I want to come up with some learning outcomes. Well, you see there's nothing there right now. So let's put this aside for a moment and let's take a look at our stickies again, okay? So I'm going to brainstorm this a bit just by myself. I don't have my colleague here today. She's outside someplace playing with her pony. So I don't know what she's doing right now. So I'll have to be doing it by myself, which is not the best way to do it. The best way to do these sorts of things is with your colleagues, with people who have ideas that they can share with you. Anyway, so let's see. Advanced facilitation. So what's some performances in the real world of a person who's an advanced facilitator? So remember the learning outcomes process, the outcomes based learning approach. We start with the real world. So I'm thinking of a facilitation. I do advanced facilitation. So, well, let's see. Well, I have to be able to listen carefully and thoroughly. I have to be able to then take what I've listened to, consolidate, integrate, and then give feedback or mirror back some of those things. I have to deal with different personalities, different people's ways that they react to conflict. So I'm starting to brainstorm. So I've got some listening skills. I've got some reflection, mirroring. I've got ability to consolidate. Notice I'm looking at active verbs again. So I'm just brainstorming this, and I'm going to come up with something. So one of the learning outcomes, just really quickly doing this, is students will be able to, at the end of the course, I take the real world behavior, I bring it back into the course, and I say, what do they have to learn in here? What outcome do they have to meet so that they can actually succeed in that real world job? So let's just put down something about listen, consolidate, reflect, mirror, and express complex ideas. So be able to. Okay, so let's just take a look at this. Students in the course should be able to listen, and I might want to say listen effectively, listen deeply, consolidate ideas of what they've listened to, reflect or mirror those ideas back, and express complex ideas, or express complex ideas, or take complex ideas and simplify them. So you see what I'm doing here is I'm really starting to noodle around with verbs, with performances. So part of it is, let's see if I can get my hand here. Listen, consolidate what they hear, reflect or mirror it back to the group, and express complex ideas in a simple way. Now, that's a very rough start to developing an outcome statement. I encourage you to look at the videos on what are learning outcomes and how to develop them. They're very good videos, and they're in the course there. But you'll notice that an outcome consists of several competencies integrated together. So it's a synthesized statement of several competencies integrated together that you would see someone be able to do in a real world situation in real time. That's essentially the difference between learning outcomes and learning objectives and goals to a certain extent. So This has been a real short video just to try to get that across to you. And again, the same process that you follow for developing a course profile that we did in the previous video, that I hope even the OBE people watch the CBE stuff, because I think you can benefit from it. You do the same process. So you think of performances. You think of competencies that are shown in the real world, and you look at the real world performance, and then you kind of deconstruct that into the various competencies, various skills, various theories that people have to understand and show they understand, and so on. And then when you parse that out, you put it back together again into a form of a learning outcome, where you have several different verbs in the same theme or the same topic that express what a person is able to do by the end of the course. So this is a kind of mind-numbing stuff. It's not easy to do. You really have to work at it. And again, brainstorm, organize, reflect, consolidate, start again, brainstorm, organize, reflect, consolidate, and so on, until either you go nuts completely and become an IT expert, or you realize that this is part of the learning design process, and it's actually kind of fun. It really gets your brain going, and you can have a lot of fun with it. One thing you might want to do is, if you can see a video of an expert doing something in real life, and then watch that video and say, hey, oh, I can see that they can listen really well. I can see that they can really take a complex set of ideas and simplify that, and then mirror that back in a very, very good way. They can deal with conflict. They can do all these different things, and then put them together into what's important to you in the course as a learning outcome. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you soon.